Charlie Munger once said, "The big money is not in the buying or the selling, but in the waiting." This wasn't just investing advice. It was a philosophy of life. When Munger passed away, the world didn't just lose a brilliant investor. We lost a thinker who spent his life teaching how to see the world more clearly. His book, Poor Charlie's Almanack, captures decades of wisdom packaged into mental models that anyone can use, not just to invest, but to live. So the question is, what can we learn from Charlie Munger's latticework of mental models to sharpen our own thinking and improve our decisions? What are mental models? A mental model is like a lens, a framework that helps us interpret reality and act with clarity. The more models you collect from multiple disciplines, the better you see the world as it truly is. Munger believed relying on only one field of knowledge, finance, psychology, or history, was like trying to play life's game with one eye closed. His advice? Build a latticework of mental models drawn from many areas of life. Only then can you avoid blind spots and make wiser choices. Core models from Munger's Almanack 1. Inversion. Munger often reminded people, all I want to know is where I'm going to die, so I'll never go there. This is inversion in action, solving problems by thinking backwards. Instead of asking, how do I succeed? Ask, and what would guarantee failure? If you want to be healthier, don't just ask what habits will help you thrive. Ask, what would guarantee I get sick? Then avoid those things. Lack of sleep, constant junk food, no exercise. Inversion simplifies life because avoiding stupidity is often easier and safer than chasing brilliance. 2. Circle of competence. Most people overestimate what they know. Munger's circle of competence reminds us to recognize our limits and stay within them. If you're an expert in technology, you might not fully grasp real estate, and pretending you do can be dangerous. The key isn't having the biggest circle, but the most accurate one. When you know where you're competent, you can make decisions with confidence. When you don't, humility saves you. In life, this principle protects us from arrogance, and it pushes us to keep learning to expand our circle step by step. 3. Mr. Market. Imagine you have a business partner who shows up at your door every day, offering to buy or sell your stake in a company, but he's moody. Some days he's euphoric and offers ridiculous prices. Other days he's depressed and practically gives things away. That's Mr. Market, a metaphor for the emotional swings of investing. The lesson? Don't let other people's moods dictate your decisions. In life, Mr. Market is everywhere. In social media trends, in news headlines, even in your own emotions. If you stay rational while others panic, you'll find opportunities no one else sees. 4. The power of incentives. Munger was relentless about one truth. Show me the incentive, and I will show you the outcome. People may say they value honesty or teamwork, but what really drives them are the incentives underneath. If a business rewards short-term profits, employees will chase them even if it harms the company in the long run. If schools reward test scores, students will cram rather than learn. This model teaches us to ask, what's the incentive here? And in our own lives, we can design better habits by aligning incentives with our goals. For example, rewarding ourselves for consistency rather than perfection. 5. Opportunity cost. Every choice comes with a hidden cost, the value of the next best option you gave up. If you spend an evening mindlessly scrolling, the true cost isn't just wasted time. It's the book you didn't read, the business you didn't start, the conversation you didn't have. Munger viewed opportunity cost as a compass for decision-making. In investing, it meant asking, what's the best use of my dollar right now? In life, it means asking, what's the best use of my energy, my attention, my days? The choices compound, just like money. And that's why opportunity cost might be the most important model of all. 6. Margin of safety. In engineering, bridges are built to hold far more weight than expected. That's margin of safety. Munger believed every decision should have this buffer. Don't invest with money you can't afford to lose. Don't schedule your day so tightly that one delay ruins everything. Don't live paycheck to paycheck without savings. Life is unpredictable, and without margin, small shocks become disasters. With margin, you're resilient. This model teaches us to live prepared, not precarious. 7. Bias recognition. Munger cataloged dozens of cognitive biases, shortcuts of the human mind that often lead us astray. Confirmation bias makes us cling to beliefs we already hold. Availability bias makes us overestimate risks that are vivid but rare, like plane crashes, while underestimating subtle but common ones like heart disease. Overconfidence makes us think we're smarter than we are. The lesson isn't to eliminate bias. That's impossible. It's to recognize them, guard against them, and build systems that reduce their influence. Munger called this the psychology of misjudgment, and he treated it as essential knowledge for anyone who wants to avoid self-destruction. Timeless lessons. Munger's legacy isn't just about stock picks. It's about cultivating worldly wisdom, the kind that blends knowledge across history, science, psychology, and economics. It's about patience in a world that glorifies speed. It's about lifelong learning in a world that celebrates shortcuts. And above all, it's about clarity of thought in a noisy age. Munger lived with a relentless curiosity. Even in his 90s, he was still reading, still thinking, still questioning. That, perhaps, is his greatest model of all. Charlie Munger may be gone, but his wisdom remains. His models can guide us, not just in wealth building, but in building lives worth living. So I'll leave you with a question. Which of these mental models will you apply today?